Well, there's so much to talk about, but because of time, we have like 10 minutes to discuss the next topic, which is ICC prosecutor set to seek authorization for the pretrial chamber of the court to open an investigation into cases of abduction of school children in several parts of northern Nigeria. Closure of schools and the persistent failure of Nigerian authorities at both the federal and state level to end the abduction. The ICC prosecutor's decision followed a petition sent to the court by Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAB. SERAB had in a petition urged the ICC prosecutor to push for those suspected to be responsible and complicit in the commission of these serious crimes to be invited and tried by the ICC. In the petition, SERAB argued that the severe and lifelong harms that result from depriving children the right to education satisfy the gravity of harm threshold under the Rome Statute. Responding, the ICC prosecutor confirmed to SERAB that the criteria for opening an investigation into a string of abductions and closure of schools in some parts of Nigeria have been met. So, the big question now is, why it looks like when it comes to Africa, using Nigeria as a point of reference, whenever we're looking for intervention, whenever we're looking for help, we go outside of the country. Like in this case now, why is SERAB not going through, let's say the Supreme Courts? Why do they need to go outside, like the International Criminal Court? I know some people will say probably you never can tell these judges were being appointed by this current administration and they may have a huge sway, but are those reasons enough?
The legal system.
The legal system, yeah.
But maybe I should put it this way. It will appear, and I'm not speaking against SERAB, it will appear they are, in this respect, more theoretical than they are realistic.
Okay.
Perhaps what has compelled them to go to the ICC, the International Criminal Court, is because of the high standard and maybe the reliability of the International Criminal Court. But what exactly can the International Criminal Court achieve here? Mark my word, please. I'm trying to be realistic.
Okay.
2 Nigerians started agitation in their regions. Quickly, the power from the north was able to pick Nnamdi Kanu, abduct him from Kenya, brought him back home. They were able to follow Sunday Igboho to Benin Republic. Are you there? The same power has now refused to release Abba Kyari, who is indicted for crime or money with hush puppy, money laundering, whatever. All that they had to do was to cooperate with the FBI, with Interpol, and extradite Abba Kyari. What am I trying to tell you? It supports your submission, your theory, that perhaps SERAB would not appeal to the Nigerian National Assembly or to the Supreme Court because they know they cannot be trusted. I don't know whether I'm saying anything sensible.
Sure.
So SERAB would rather have an international body, a truly tested and maybe trusted international body. But even as I say this, I'll be candid enough to admit that oftentimes when Africans think that we should take our problems to the ICC, I am not a happy man. It is a slap against Africa. Why did America not take Donald Trump to ICC when he planned a coup against the election of Joe Biden?
America did not sign that Roman.
No, please let me land, please.
No, they are not a signatory to it, so they can't.
You can still further educate. So all I'm trying to say is that I am telling Africans, do not expect the solution to the problem of Africa to come from outside Africa. My other friend will have read the book, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa, Walter Rodney, and Europe and the rest of us by Chinwezu. For scholars who want to help Africa, who want to help Nigeria, the solution must be autochthonous. The solution must come from within Africa. Expectation from Europe will not do anything for us because they are the ones who are picking irresponsible leaders. Let me calm down and ask, who killed Moshood Kashimawo Abiola? Who poisoned him? Abiola was going to lead Africa, not just Nigeria, out of the woods. Abiola had successfully started a campaign of reparation for Africa, like the Jews did against the German people. And the German people are paying reparation to the Jews for the Holocaust. Abiola was successfully on his way to emancipating the whole of Africa.
Well, we never can tell now, can we?
He was killed. He was killed. Now we are going down the drain.
That's not established.
Europe will never genuinely help Africa to get out.
Let me come back to this Serap case. It was very important. This case is very important. And you ask the question, why have Serap not relied on our judicial system? You see, the judicial system that Serap has reached out to is our judicial system. We are a signatory to the Rome Statute, okay? And then that has become part of our laws. So the jurisdiction of that ICC, Nigeria is a primary jurisdiction as a member country, okay? Now, having said that, because we need to get it right, our courts don't investigate matters by their jurisdiction. Our courts will wait for you to bring matter to the court, okay?
Do all your investigation.
Yeah, you see, if Nigeria were to be working, all Serap need to do is to channel their petition through the law enforcement agencies, okay, for which they will go and arrest the culprits and prosecute them. But here, we're not doing that. How many insurgents have been convicted? How many bandits have been arrested and prosecuted? How many of them in the northeast, where they are killing and ravaging lives, have been prosecuted? None. So what do you expect Serap to do when we have other options? Is to reach out. And the act in question, you see, the consistent deprivation of children from going to school falls within the threshold of grievous crime, which is the jurisdiction of the ICC. So we put up a petition asking them to investigate this and possibly prosecute, okay, this matter. That is the right thing to do. Until further notice, we don't know how it's going to turn out in future. Whether the ICC will succeed or not is a different thing entirely. But then that attempt, and let me say that attempt is not relying on Eurocentric solution to local problem. No. We are voluntary party states to a treaty that established the ICC. So let's look at it from that point of view. No country can survive in isolation. Even the developed countries, they need Africa in some of their policies. Some of the things, most of the things they do. Okay? No country will exist in isolation. So I would rather see it that, okay, Serap is taking an available option to address the issue that the government in Nigeria have failed to address and are unwilling to address. Now, and that is the way to go. That's a civil society organization.
Coming, following up with the persistent failure of the Nigerian Authority, which was at the intro. Now, the presidency that came out, some days to lament the impact of insurgency and banditry on school attendance in the country, noting that over 12 million children have been forced out of school. This was the Chief of Staff to the President, Ibrahim Gambari.
And before that, there was 14 million out of school, voluntarily.
Yeah, whether 14 or 15, it's millions of people out of school, and which of course been caused by insurgency and banditry, and which begs the question: why is it difficult for this present government, if they've seen what insurgency and banditry have caused? Why is it difficult for them to pronounce them terrorists? Is that not a criteria for terrorism? Or does terrorism just have to be involving mass bombing?
The answer is so simple and straightforward. The sponsors of Boko Haram, the sponsors of banditry, are the politicians. They are in government. They do not want this insurgency to stop. When I was to come here, I asked a group of friends, look at what I have to discuss. And my friend, the politician, said, see, lawyer, there will be no end to banditry in this government. that the military are making more money from the budget they present to fight the so-called insurgency than even when there was no insurgency. And that, tell me, sir, using the analogy of El Rufai, he said a man who throughout the year will sell only one cow, and maybe will make only 30,000 naira or so. I do not know exact figure he has given. Such a man now is now a kidnapper, where he kidnaps somebody and he gets millions of naira, and you expect him to stop? The solution is simple. You may think it's not related. The solution that is simple, that the government is not giving, is we need state police.
Okay.
It's a failure of security. There is no security, and they are keeping it that way because the bandits were deliberately raised by politicians.
Okay, now finally, because of time, we have to round up. Renowned Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmed Gumi has warned that foreign jihadists.
He's the leader of the bandits.
Will
Sheikh
come
Gumi
into
is the leader of
the
the bandits.
country should bandits be declared terrorists, saying the development will come at the price. Do you agree with him on that?
You see, these statements are statements that must be followed by arrests, because
Thank you.
if you look at all the non-state actors, the major ones will not have been arrested. Okay, Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho. So what is the government, what exactly is the government keeping Sheikh Gumi for?
Sheikh Gumi.
He ought to by now be, be answering questions at the...
Because he obviously has a connection and relationship with
yes,
them.
and he visits them.
He's their leader.
He visits them, he takes instructions from them, and he goes back to the government to tell the government.
He
There was one
negotiates
video.
with them
He represents them.
There was one
Now,
video. He
he's
carried
threatening the
money.
government.
He
He's
took
threatening the
money to
government.
them there, and now that the video is all over the place.
Further down the line, he also called on clergymen to talk to Yoruba right activists on the Igboho and the indigenous people of Biafra, just as he does for the bandits.
That what he's saying is he wants to duplicate his function across other regions, so that others can be doing what he's doing. But I will ask you, I will tell you, if he had that opportunity to talk to these people, why can't he tell them to stop the acts?
Okay.
So which I will say, all animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. All those who are discussing with bandits are equal, but Gumi is more equal than others. Gumi should be in prison.
Okay.